Hello and welcome back to Life Lessons with Sheila, and welcome back to a Sims 4 Alphabet Challenge, where you voted on Midwest Emo for the letter M. Midwest Emo, or Midwestern Emo, is an emo scene that surged in the Midwestern United States during the 1990s. The decade of origin is 1990. The creators are Cap'n Jazz, Mineral, The Promise Ring, and American football. The key motives is suburban life, twinkly guitars, sports themes, college experiences, nostalgia, and weed. Kind of takes us into that 70s show, huh? Except for it wasn't the 70s, it was the 90s. Key colors are plaid patterns, earth tones, and faded colors. The key values is friendship and acceptance. Related brands is Converse, Vans, Levi's, and Fender. Midwest emo is a subgenre of emo music that began in the 1990s. As a response to Washington, D.C. emotional hardcore scenes such as Rites of Spring, Mass Icon, and Embrace. Key traits of that genre include emotional, unconventional vocal deliveries, personal and introspective lyrics, and twinkly, arpeggiated guitar melodies. Bands such as Sunny Day Real Estate, Cap'n Jazz, Mineral, Braid, Christie Front Drive, and The Promise Ring introduced indie math rock inspired elements into the DC emo core sound to polish its more abrasive components into a unique style that, while more accessible, maintained its introspective and expressive roots. A key difference between the scenes is that Midwest emo bands prioritize melodic riffs and vocal lines over the furious punk sensibilities of the emo core bands they succeeded. Midwest emo experienced a slight rise in popularity within DIY movements across the United States throughout the 90s, with notable scenes in the Midwest, Cap'n Jazz, The Promise Ring, American football, Braid. In Texas, with Mineral, At the Drive-In, The Gloria Record. In the Pacific Northwest, with Sunny Day Real Estate, Pedro the Lion. And the East Coast, with Texas is the Reason, Jawbreaker, Rainer, Maria, The Jazz June, and Pinfold. Because of the notable stylistic changes of the emo genre over time, this period is often referred to as the second wave of emo. The low-budget DIY roots of the genre heavily influenced both the music and aesthetic of Midwest emo. This manifests in several ways. Raw emotional delivery takes precedence over production quality. Audiences formed through word of mouth rather than label promotion, and fashion was decidedly uninspired, favoring comfort and accessibility over artistic expression, which was largely relegated to the music itself. With the decline of grunge in the late 90s, the future of alternative rock landscape was uncertain. Bands across the subgenre of alternative rock, such as pop punk, nu metal, and post-grunge, found themselves competing for label attention. And though Midwest emo acts such as Texas is the Reason and the Get Up Kids received considerable exposure on MTV, it was unclear whether any of them could sign a major record label and propel the Midwest sound into the mainstream. By the early 2000s, it became clear that labels favored more accessible, pop-influenced emo acts such as Fall Out Boy, My Chemical Romance, Talking Back Sunday, and Jimmy Eat World. These bands have been described as a mall emo pop, and debatably third wave of emo. Following the massive commercial reach of these emo pop bands and continued success pop punk acts like Blink-182 and Green Day, it seemed that Midwest emo was all but forgotten. The Midwest emo revival quickly diversified in the following years, with bands pulling influences from a broad swath of genre. Pop punk influence found their way into the revival, on the backs of acts including Title Fight, Dikembe, Joyce Manor, You Blew It, Citizen, Glockamora, and Free Throw. Indie music also had considerable influence on the revival. Common types within the Midwest emo aesthetic included suburban living, sports themes, skate culture, recreational drug use, friendship, and failed romances. TV, you can find it in Clone High, Adventures of Pete and Pete. In movies is Eternal Sunshine and Spotless Mind, Superbad, Juno. Books would be Catcher in the Rye. This was quite an interesting research for sure. This build was fun. I had trouble there with the curtains. I kind of just thought about somebody in that genre in the 90s. I don't remember ever. I did have curtains in my kitchen. I was wrong. The bathroom in this bathroom does not have a lot of clutter. I did that intentionally. I kept this home as clutter free as I could without over decorating. I just put the basics in. Because I think back then that's all that really mattered to the Midwestern emo is basics. They had the basic necessities. That's all they needed. That's all they wanted. That's all they cared about. I do go in and change these lights in a bit.
I would change my ways, I know for sure. When all the crows decide to meet, they settle down beneath my feet. I've got it right and I got it wrong, but I learned my lesson hanging on. Come sit here with me by the fire and let it go for a little while. So be here as the night starts falling. Let my fingers walk over your head. We got nothing to be scared of.
Just finding some artwork. Looking at that TV in that bedroom reminded me of my TV in my room in the 90s. It wasn't as lean and sleek as the ones we have now. They were bulky. They weren't as fancy.
could be wrapped around your arms instead.
As we're coming to the end of this build, I thank you for joining me on this letter N, Midwest Emo. If you have any suggestions for the letter N, don't forget to leave them in the comments below. I will have a community post up on Monday, so you can come and vote for your selection for the letter N. All voting ends at noon on Wednesday, and I start building on Wednesday evening. I'll see you then for the next one. Y'all have a good day. Bye.
Cost me when I let you go. I feel alone, and I'm just singing. It should have been you. Another time, another place. I just know. It could have been you. What a crime and what a shame to let go. Sometimes I just